Right, we've got some filler mixed up, so I'm going to fill up all the holes now. Spread a bit out over the surface. Oh, I've mixed up way too much. Why did I mix up that much? Way too much. Oh, what I was thinking. Complete waste that. There. Smooth it off so I've got no low spots. I don't want a big build up lodge on it though, because I want the glass to stick to the glass. I don't want to come find I've got little air voids behind it, so I'm going to squeeze it on to fill those and then scrape it off, getting rid of all those low spots. So this has been glassed when I glassed this in, and it's full of like all glass weavy lines. Which we don't want. Filled all this, I want to make sure there's no high and low spots there. Now anywhere that will trap a void under the glass if it goes on. Spread that out so it's just the glass for the holes there. I still want to get a build up on the glass into the holes. I don't want it to be just filler. drag that out, so it leaves the dip sort of ground out. That one's quite a big old hole, and it keeps opening back up. Might even end up having to let this set and sand it, who knows, just to get enough build up on that. Certainly going to have to tack up a bit, it's way too soft at the moment. Right, that's that. Right, got a wee bit left over. We'll get that on the other side. That's that side done. So we've filled all the holes, and I've given it a little skim over and just levelled it off. So hopefully that'll take out any little undulations and low spots that might have given us a void. So what I'm going to do now is mix up some resin. We'll get a bit of glass on there and we'll push it in, work it in gently, so that it conforms with the resin that I've just put in there to fill and cover the holes so we don't have any voids. That's the plan anyway. Right, let's get the rest of this slapped on the other side. I've not gone way over, but I have got quite a bit left there, look. So I mean, we can use that. Get the other side done, let that set up and let it, you know, we'll have to sand it. So this is still all soft. It pretty much dilutes, you know, with resin, this stuff, so you can brush it on. Almost goes a bit like seam sealer. Put a bit of resin over the top of it. Pretty good, so we can go straight in with that bit on there. That up there, cover the lot there. Beautiful. I've not mixed up a lot of resin because what I don't want to do is start doing it and it gets a bit intricate and starts taking too long to do and running out of time to get it all up. So if I do a bit at a time, small and manageable amounts. That's the plan anyway. So. Glass we'll make in there. It's not snotty, it's way off of setting up yet. There's a bit of glass that's dropped in there. Beautiful. Look at that. That's gone nicely. Nice. Pleased with that. What that'll do is that'll blend all that in together now. Tie it together with the top section there, just curling up around the top slightly. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can see more than just my elbow. That on there. So now we're going to start covering the holes around the window there. Just tying the strands into that top bit. Plenty of resin up here now, so don't use any excess to soak into that. I don't want to take any off though, you know, it's I've got another layer to go right over the whole lot. So I'm not going to remove any excess resin at this stage. That excess isn't excess, you know, we're not done. Splashies. Let's just get this last bit of resin out of the pot and mix up some more. Get over there. Stop splashing. I'm going to mix up a little bit more this time because this is going to finish those last few holes. Now I've done that top, it shouldn't take too long. And then it's going to put a nice coating over to start doing that top sheet. We do that final sheet, that layer on the outside. We'll consolidate it with a roller. And that should all blend together nicely then, hopefully. I'm scraping the sides around now to make sure we haven't missed any resin. Give it a thorough mixing. It's changed colour nicely throughout now, so we're good to go. It's been quite cold the last few days, but it's a lot warmer today. There's a lot of rain this morning, but the temperature's up, which is helpful for a bit of glass work. Let's carry on. Just brush the resin on from the top and let that all cover and run down. We're going to be coming up to here. Plenty of resin on there. If I get it on now, what it'll do is it'll start tacking off a little bit and help that glass stick in place. Probably just getting a nice look at my elbow sitting there. You know, there's not a lot I can do. I need to be here. Okay, well, carry on. So these are sitting slightly proud, so probably saying that I didn't grind it enough to get a level surface with 2 layers. I think one will probably do it, but I just want to give it a little extra, so I've got plenty there if I need to sand it back. Yeah. Get where I want to be, but without covering the camera up. Thinning that glass out there. Right. Low spot there, so I'm going to fill that around the window. Blend that in better. Because I've put a blob and a blob and a blob, I've got a low spot in between them, so I'm just going to fill that in on these top ones anyway, because it looks more apparent. Much more visible. These bits here, I mean this area, it's all going to be fillered, so I'm not too worried, but I think the layer over the top should lose that. Right, so that's all the little holes done. Now we've got to position this without moving the glass around too much. Right, this is going to suck that resin out, and we've got to get that recoated and work that back in. We'll get resin onto these edges where it's bending around the top. Let it sit for a minute so it soaks in whilst you're doing the others with the rest of it, and that will help soften it, and then it will bend round the corners. Sure this is really pressed in and it's not too dry. Quite thirsty this mat, so got plenty of resin on it. I'll roll off the excess afterwards, but I want to make sure it's well wetted out. Sort of run down the brush, get rid of that excess. Get a little coat on and then go back over and work it. Any little dry spots that you can see look still white, get a bit more resin on there quick. You don't want them to start setting dry. Nearly used nearly used most of this resin now, so I'm going to have to mix up another batch. Almost as much again, but what that'll do is it'll mean whilst I'm messing around rolling the top, I've got more time till I get down to the bottom to work it. I'll mix up a big enough batch to do it all in one, it starts going off, you know, before I get to the bottom, I'm buggered basically. I don't have access to a laminating resin, which is most unfortunate because that would make life a lot easier. Yeah, I don't need quite as much, I've got over half of it done. Get some acetone afterwards because we have got resin flicks everywhere. This surface is done really, it's waiting for gel coat.